Wow. You know, whatever happened today, I was sure this game was going to be close and competitive. I knew there were a whole bunch of different ways this game could have gone, and I thought both teams had an opportunity to win, but goddamn, I didn't see this. I didn't think that we were going to handle our business like this, but it happened. The Washington Huskies whipped some ass 45-17 in Pullman. And we got a lot to be proud of right now with this team. This team has accomplished so much this season. Undefeated on the road, 8-1 in the conference, 11-1 overall. One of the best offenses in school history. A great defense. It's been a great ride, and whatever happens from here on out, this team exceeded my expectations. I thought this was going to be a two-loss team, and they might play for the Pac-12 title, they might not, and that would kind of be their ceiling. They've gone beyond that, and they went beyond my expectations today. So let's just talk about this game. Offensively, we showed up. I thought we were going to show up, and they did. Jake Browning, phenomenal game. One of the best games he's played this season. Against a defense, they're not great. I know the Wazoo defense is not great, but it was still a very good showing against a capable defense. That first quarter was an absolute masterpiece on all counts. We got the ball first. We drove right down the field. We converted a few third downs. We handled our business, and we never looked back from there. I mean, when this game was really a close contest, this team just grabbed it by the throat and never let Wazoo get within real range of causing any problems for this team. And the pass protection was almost perfect. I don't know if Jake Browning got rushed more than once or twice in this game, like really rushed, like disrupt the play rush. The trick plays were on point. We hit a big play with Dante Pettis, throwing it to, I think it was Darrell Daniels. We had another play like that didn't work out. We had a couple other like reverses that worked. That stuff was on point. Dante Pettis had a couple of monster catches, including one where he completely bailed out Jake Browning on a 61-yard touchdown pass that Browning underthrew by like 10 yards, and somehow Pettis brings it in. There's a dude who's going to be playing on Sundays. John Ross. I don't know how he's become this great possession receiver all of a sudden, but he doesn't need to burn you downfield anymore in order to produce. He's producing other ways now. Chico McClatcher, one of his best games of the season. Just, we went for it through the air in this game. We actually kind of stepped away from the running game when this game was still a close contest, and it worked extremely well. I was just so surprised at the way we approached this game offensively, and I was very impressed with how well it worked, because the running game worked out okay. Levon Coleman played great. Gaskin was kind of quiet. He had a lot of negative plays. I don't know if he's injured or if he's just not playing well. I know he's been injured a lot this season in general. I don't know where he is physically right now, but he struggled a little bit with it. So the running attack is not dominant like it could have been like it has been at various points this season. So the passing attack picks up for it, and they played almost perfectly. So that's the offense. I expected them to play this good one way or another. I expected them to put up a bunch of points. Maybe I didn't expect them to put up 28 points in the first quarter. That's a little bold, but I expected them to play really well. But this defense, and they did it, this defense, okay, they got pass rush at times, but many points in this game, Luke Falk had all day back there to find targets. Yeah, there were definitely some plays where we got to them. There were plays where we disrupted the rhythm of their offense. But for the most part, the pass rush was very hit or miss, like I was worried it was going to be. And we had a backup middle linebacker because Victor Azim was hurt, and still somehow this team finds a way to basically dominate this game. You hold Wazoo to 17 points in Pullman with, well, okay, I guess that last touchdown wasn't really garbage time, but that's incredible. And you hold Luke Falk to 5.5 yards passing per attempt. Absolute money. I mean, Gabe Marks, he had his 11 catches. He's a great player. He's going to do that. He got in the end zone once. That's no shame in that. But nobody else on this Wazoo offense was worth a crap today. They couldn't run the ball. Their passing game was inefficient. We forced turnovers. We forced a game-changing turnover at the end of the first half. We forced a game-changing fumble on the first drive of the game. We picked off a couple passes at the end to make sure it was completely, on lock. And other than, you can pick out a few plays, you can pick out a few drives, but when you're playing an offense as good as Washington State, this is about as good as you could ever hope for. And we did this without Victor Azim and Joe Mathis. So, and Bierria missed part of this game too. I think he was hurt. And the guys who filled in for these injured players played so well. I never would have expected that. I would have expected them to play competently, but for them to make huge plays in this game like they did, like Beagles, the guy who replaced Azim. I think he was the guy who recovered the fumble. I think his name is Beagles. Let me look this up real quick. What's his name? Beavers. I don't know where the hell I got that from. Beavers. DJ Beavers making big plays in this game. Taylor Rapp made big plays in this game. It's pretty great. So, that's basically the game. I mean, we made all of our field goals and extra points, so special teams, they did their job. We gave up a couple returns, and actually the only times in this game Wazoo scored was off of their big returns. So even that 17 points, you can't totally put that on the defense. You have to put that on the special teams a little bit. We even got goal line stands, and Wazoo was being stupid trying to, they were being stupid trying to run the ball when they got the ball inside the 5-yard line when that's not who they are and it wasn't working, but they still had to come up with those goal line stands, 2 of them. If we don't come up with those goal line stands, this game could have been different. So yeah, great game by the Huskies, 11-1. Tomorrow we've got a huge game in the morning. I'll be tuning in for sure. Whatever happens, somebody is going to have 2 losses, either Michigan or Ohio State. And once that happens, we just need to sit back and hope things play out the way they should. And, I'll say it. If a 2-loss Michigan or a 2-loss Ohio State team gets in over a 1-loss Washington team, if Washington wins the Pac-12, then, that's not right. I know we're not a normal 11-win, 12-win team because of our conference and schedule, but that still ain't right. I'll get to that if it needs to be gotten to later on, which I really hope it doesn't have to, because we're still going to have this Pac-12 championship game. I would guess we're going to play USC, and I'm going to talk about that game when it comes time to talk about that game. But let's just enjoy this right now, that we have a team that has gone 11-1, that is nationally relevant, that has a quarterback that is a fringe Heisman candidate, even though he's obviously not going to win, which is fine. But he has set several school records this season, and there's pride to be taken in that, and enjoy it. All right, 45-17, pretty sweet. Obviously knocks Washington State out of any chance they had of being a Pac-12 championship, and, it pushes them down to a less relevant bowl game. They're still a good team. Whatever happened today, they are still a good team, but, hey, they played bad, and they were a little outmatched physically, I think, by our defense, which surprised me a little bit. I guess I shouldn't underestimate this defense anymore. So, see you guys when it's time to talk more, but today, let's enjoy this one.